Next, Wisconsin entrepreneurs pitch their businesses to local moguls. They will compete for cash and awards to help scale up their business. These are the moguls. Jerry Gendusa is the founder of Blue Leadership, a company focused on making the world a better place, one leader at a time. He is also the founder of Breakthrough, a network of world-changing companies focused on improving lives and untapping human potential. If you've heard one call, that's all. You know David Gruber, founder and CEO of Gruber Law Offices. The Gruber family proudly supports organizations and charitable causes throughout Wisconsin. Gail Klappa is the chairman of the board of the WEC Energy Group and co-chair of the Milwaukee 7. In 2023, he was inducted into the Wisconsin Business Hall of Fame. Harris Turer is the CEO of the Milwaukee Admirals. He is committed to making Milwaukee a better place in which to live and work through his support of numerous charities. Gina Della has dedicated her life to serving as a role model for businesswomen. As the first female vice president of marketing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, she is recognized for driving double-digit growth and mentoring successful teams. With 20 years of experience, she has earned multiple industry awards for her innovative strategies and leadership. This is Project Pitch It.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bree Laughlin, and I am a longtime nurse, and I am CEO and founder of Nurse Disrupted. I wanted to come onto Project Pitch It to talk to you about how Wisconsin hospitals, they're hurting. I typically don't have to convince people that there's a nursing shortage, and this is what Wisconsin looks like. We're about 1,400 nurses short. That's compounding the two other problems I'm presenting to you. Because of the staffing constraints, Wisconsin's hospitals are having financing constraints as well. And 22 Wisconsin hospitals and clinics have closed just since last spring. Now, for the hospitals and clinics that have stayed open in Wisconsin, 43% are bleeding money. They're in the red. So the company that I started in 2020, Nurse Disrupted, is a virtual nursing platform. This is where I, as a nurse, can actually work from home. And we are the only telehealth platform on the market that is designed for nurses and for nurses to work from home. And this is special because when nurses can work from home, 85% of us will pick up an extra 4 or more hours every single week. We've lost a lot of nurses to retirement. Nursing is physical, a lot of physical wear and tear, and people have had to retire too early. But when a nurse can practice with a video visit, even with hospitals that are admitted to the hospital, they can come back to the profession that they love. Now also, employee pools for hospitals expand. Nurses want to practice in this way. And so our Wisconsin hospital systems can attract new talent to keep their doors open and to keep costs low. And finally, virtual nursing in the way that we do it at Nurse Disrupted actually generates revenue for hospitals so they can keep their doors open. And the most common time when someone's in a hospital, a patient will wait for care is right before you're going to discharge. And the reason is that you're the healthiest you're going to be. So as a nurse, I have to be passing medications, changing wounds, changing IVs. We're going to start with that story on a day in the life of a hospital that uses our platform. And we'll start off with Chris, who is a nurse, and he has a patient, Jen. And Jen's ready for discharge, and Chris knows Jen has to get home and that there's a patient waiting in the emergency department for Jen's bed, but he has to pass those medications first. He has to answer the call lights, but that's okay because his hospital is using the Nurse Disrupted platform. And you can see Chris using our mobile app. He rolls the Nurse Disrupted mobile app into his patient's room, and with a tap, he connects Jen, the patient, to Maria, who's able to work from home. And Maria is able to get Jen home about an hour earlier than if Chris had to finish all of his other tasks and then complete the discharge in the hospital. For every hour that we save in this way, we're saving the hospitals $13,000. Now, this is critical in the economics of the way hospitals work. Patient satisfaction across demographics is sky high, and the revenue that we're making for our hospitals the ROI is 1,000%, you guys. It really is making a difference. We are live around the nation, but not in my hometown, Madison. And that's why I wanted to talk to you all. We need to have our solution live in Wisconsin, and I'd like your help to connect us to Wisconsin hospitals so that we can make this kind of difference in our home state.
What prompted this?
2020 changed all of our lives. It's not a mistake that March of 2020 is when I launched Nurse Disrupted. I was actually a nurse executive at a large software company, but I was volunteering for one of our homeless shelters in Madison. They went from poor access to healthcare to none. I was an elected official on Wisconsin Nurses Association at the same time, and in the pandemic when we needed the nurses the most, nursing students weren't going to graduate. And so it was a perfect storm. I started with Marian University, students with Marian University and Porchlight Adult Male Shelter in downtown Madison, and launched that first virtual nursing platform. Over 400 nursing students used our platform to graduate, and they provided over 50,000 encounters to people experiencing homelessness. Then in 2022, hospitals started asking us.
I look at this very differently. I looked at this from the legal perspective. Patients, I also fully understand that the vast majority of work done in medical facilities is done by the nurses and the physician's assistants, not so much by the doctors. The question, of course, becomes when you're giving somebody medical advice without seeing them, it becomes somewhat delicate and it's very sensitive. Somebody sometimes needs somebody to talk to, just needs some advice, needs some sensitivity, needs to be told to actually see something.
I hear you, it's been so important. I mean, there are things, of course, that I don't do virtually that I do in person as a nurse. So as a nurse, I will listen to your lungs. I will actually look at your skin head to toe. There are specific workflows that are very, very good for virtual care and specifically virtual nursing. And the discharge workflow is a very good example. When I discharge a patient, largely that's education. I'm talking to you about your medications. I'm looking to see if you have the follow-up appointments that are appropriate, which I can coordinate on the computer. All of that is really good dialogue. With our platform, the virtual nurse is working in a hybrid dyad. So there is still that inpatient nurse, but the virtual nurse is lifting the clerical workload largely by way of patient education.
Thank you, that's very reassuring.
I have a question for you. You're the founder here in Wisconsin. Why are you struggling so much here versus, how many other states are you in?
4.
4. What do you think the challenge is?
I think it's a very good question because I've had doors open. I've had health leaders willing to talk, but I'd love your advice and perspective. Maybe we can sit down and talk about it because I've been a little bit puzzled, and I think that's where your expertise and advice can help us break through this barrier that I truly have struggled with on my own. I'd love your help.
Well, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Coming up, this entrepreneur has a soap brand that is improving mental health. Later, this dog mom has a line of products perfect for your pets.
Hi Moguls, my name is Aiden Fowler. Words like stress, anxiety, isolation, and pressure represent the burdens so many of us carry every single day. Right now, over 50 million Americans are struggling with mental health challenges. And while self-care products claim to help, many are claimed with toxic chemicals that harm more than healing, affecting both physical and mental wellness. That's why I created Unbar. It's not just soap, it's a tool for mental wellness. Crafted with real, skin-nourishing ingredients, Unbar cares for your body while supporting your mind. Each bar connects you to guided reflections, inspiring stories, and neuroscience-backed wellness tools. Imagine ending a hard day. You feel overwhelmed, but as you shower with Unbar, you wash away the negativity. Unbar isn't just soap. It's a lifeline, a community, and a movement. Moguls, I hope the next time you step into the shower, it's with Unbar, washing away the stress, anxiety, and isolation of the day. Together, we can help people wash away stress, anxiety, and isolation, one bar at a time.
What type of research have you done to get into this?
So I've been making soap since I was just 3 years old. My grandparents started their own business, and there's pictures of me, little Aiden, pouring soap for them. As for mental wellness, I have a core team of 3, and then an extended team of over 15 people in industry, and we're all certified neurochange practitioners.
Can you explain what in the product helps with the mental wellness?
I want you to take out your soap and smell it. The soap itself is extremely grounding. The scent is proven, Harvard proven, to be grounding. So it's cedarwood, juniper. In the neurochange world, we call that grounding. It's where you're able to relax because of the scent. So think about it. You step into the shower, After you're done showering, you typically feel a lot better than you already feel.
Aiden,
Yes.
if David is out clubbing till 4 in the morning, would you say at 5 he should use Unbar?
Hey, David, use Unbar whenever you feel down.
It's funny you say that, Gail, because the idea is great. I think the timeliness is good because there's a tremendous amount of present emphasis on mental and emotional wellness.
Yep.
So I think it's a good time for the sell, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's a good story to tell.
How are you producing right now?
I have a facility that I manufacture everything myself. Once we launch, we're projecting 7,000 units sold from the first 3 months, and my team will be making those with me.
And the margin is pretty good on this?
So we sell the product for $19.97 a month. It costs us around $4
Per bar or per month?
per month. Per month, yeah.
But you get
So it's like
one
$2.
bar?
Right, so it's like $2 and change for each bar?
Yeah.
Very intriguing. Unbar, be real, be bold, be un. And then as soon as somebody clicks or they go to the next step and they see a bar of
Yeah.
soap, how do you keep them moving on in a positive fashion?
We're there with them every step of the journey. I mean, your shower is your most intimate time to yourself. It might be the only time to yourself you have. When they wake up, they journal. When they go to night, they reflect. It's all through our soap and community platform.
It's really interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, this entrepreneur has a line of products perfect for your dogs and the environment.
Hi, Moguls.
Hello.
Hi. Sit. Sit. Yes, good dogs. All right. I'm Jen Logeman. I am the founder of Luello, and these are my dogs, Odie and Luna. Our name Luello comes from Luminaries of Wellness, as we aim to simplify life for dog moms looking for more active daily lifestyles with their dogs. From our belted running leash to travel must-haves, like our foldable water dish made of eco-conscious materials, every product is crafted with intention and backed by a happiness guarantee, and also made in the USA. Do any of you have dogs? I know you do, yep, and we've got some grand dogs and babysitters.
We have a grand dog.
Yes. If you love dogs like I do, then you know that you probably love taking them with you everywhere you go. Whether I'm out on a run or running an errand, even on a travel adventure. Which also means you probably know when something doesn't go quite right because you lack the right gear. Leashes that tangle and fray, your dog not knowing where to be, or simply gear that doesn't travel well. So that's why we created Luello, to make life with your dog more simple, more joyous, and more sustainable. Everything from our belted running leash with option to add a second dog, and also our packable bowl and water dish and mat make outings with your dog easier, more hands-free, so you can do more with your besties by your side. This mission is deeply personal to me. So in April of 2022, I lost my husband of 9 years to cancer. A short 10 months later, I lost my best friend, my running buddy, and my shadow, our dog Max, to hemangiosarcoma, which is a cancer that is the leading cause of death in many of the top breeds in the US. However, for him, there were no diagnostic or therapeutic options. What started as a way to create better gear became a way to honor Max and do some good with my life after loss. That's why we donate 10% to canine cancer research through Ethos Discovery. They are the parent of Wisconsin Veterinary Referral Center, or WVRC, in Waukesha. I'm constantly learning and growing to evolve and build the brand. That's where you come in. I need your help to take Luello to the next level. My goal is to get into retail stores through wholesale partnerships, as well as expand our online marketing strategy. With your marketing expertise and connections, I know that together we can get Luello into more hands of dog parents and make an impact on families like mine and dogs like Max.
So, question for you. How does your products differ from what is already in the marketplace?
That's a great question. The dog market is a huge, booming industry. And as you know, leashes and harnesses are not always the most diverse product. However, Our product come with a happiness guarantee for the lifetime of your dog. So we're not filling up wastelands with constantly having to buy these disposable dog products that are made really cheaply. We also bring jobs into Wisconsin. Products like this waste bag loop is made of recycled tires, and it's made right here in Wisconsin. It comes from recycled tires from Grainger, and then they're laser cut at a company in New Berlin. The products that are eco-conscious, that are made of post-consumer materials.
Do you have a team, a staff? Are you by yourself?
You're looking at it, right? So these are my dog sponsors, right? So they come to my events with me. They help showcase the material, and they're quite often the focus of the social media, just trying to get the word out for how we use the products in our daily life, even mishaps and blunders, because dog life is not perfect. They have their own personalities.
Thank
Thank
you.
Very
you.
good, thank you.
All right, come on, guys.
Those dogs are really well behaved. Oh my goodness.
Next, the moguls discuss the pitches and decide what award will best help the entrepreneurs. Now, the moguls decide which award will best help the entrepreneurs.
Let's talk about Nurse Disrupted. You're dealing with clerical, you're dealing with discharge. So anything that's administrative related, you're not dealing directly with the patient, oftentimes besides for the discharge papers. It's in rural areas, so critical access points, and it's plug and play. Those all seem to be very interesting to me.
I mean, Teladoc is widely used, so there may be attachments to Teladoc that are still in progress that prevent them from moving to a different platform.
Well, first of all, there's a tremendous need, and what happened and why people fell in love with something like Teladoc and then very, very quickly fell out of love was it's pretty hard to diagnose somebody not seeing them in person. It's pretty risky business, it's pretty dangerous, it's extraordinarily incomplete, and that's the risk of anything involving healthcare not in person.
And she knows the space, and she knows the software, so it's really an interesting concept. Let's talk quickly about Luella Pet Gear. She's literally thought of everything within one product, and you can have 2 dogs on it, you can run with it.
It's clear that's her family, and you know, I understand how the doggies become part of your family, so any bit of guidance she could get regarding the business is probably a lot more than she has right now, so it's just a wonderful cause.
Another amazing thing, she's donating 10% of the profits because she's fixated on hemangiosarcoma or a cancer. We've got a business that deals with cancer therapeutics for pets, and actually we're going through some trials right now, but to be able to leverage what she's doing with the donations for really good reason, and then that gets into just activity, a dog living its best version of his life, etc., and what it does to the family.
You're right, her heart's in it. She now needs some business savvy.
Let's talk about Unbar. Mental behavioral health with soap, creating a vertical in a unique way, but it's really an interesting concept, and mental behavioral health is a real issue. He gave an investment one-page outline, which is really intriguing. He's looking for $100,000 of cash, and he's going to get a return up to $13 million in revenue in 3 years, so it's extremely ambitious and very courageous.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Very.
The soap sure does smell good, and if it has these organic materials in it that actually help with mental behavioral health, that's an interesting concept if you could get that tested or verified.
I believe if you're marketing to a different age group, the belief may be different. If you're marketing to 20, 25, 30, 35-year-old, that you could put together a bar of soap and well-being and things like that.
And in a subscription model, you get repeat customers. So it's just an interesting concept.
It is.
Well, I had a different reaction to soap. When I was 3, 4, 5, my mother used to wash my mouth out with a bar of soap.
Yes.
I never associated it with anything positive. I'd see that little white ivory soap coming at me. I go,
Imagine that,
I didn't say it.
David,
I'll never.
imagine that.
I'll
What did
never,
I say this
I'll never say
time?
it again. I'll never
Yes.
say it again.
Next, the moguls present cash and awards to the entrepreneurs.
Aiden, congratulations. We're honored to present to you the Project Pitch It $1,000 award. We think you're onto something here. We think that some mentoring will really help and guide you in your next steps in your business.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bree, you're being awarded with the Project Pitch It $5,000 cash award. It seems like you need one large account to get you going in the state of Wisconsin, and you are definitely on the right path. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you.
Jen, we're going to present you today with the $10,000 Project Pitch It Award. We see how passionate you are with your family members there. We understand why you're doing this, and we hope this takes you to the next level because you need some tutoring, you need some mentoring, and you absolutely need some marketing.
Yes.
And when they see your story and they see your need and they see your involvement, I think this $10,000 can truly help you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much.
Curiosity, commitment, dedication is the true spirit of innovation and entrepreneurialism. You three really, really have it going for you, and you make the state of Wisconsin very, very proud. Gina's going to talk a little bit about mentorship.
We are super excited to get, Project Pitch It is giving you the cash prizes, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is super excited to provide some mentoring to help ensure your future success. So you just reach out to Project Pitch It for that, and then Gail has some amazing words of wisdom.
Well, we'll see how amazing. As you grow your business, and you may have already found this, time is your most precious commodity. And I have found a trick that helps to manage time, and that is set aside 10 or 15 minutes at the end of every day. Think about the progress you've made, think about the challenges that you still face, and that will help you focus your effort on the next day and sustain and grow long-term success. Best of luck.
Congratulations to all of you.
Luxury transportation for the moguls provided by Andrus Livery Services. To learn more about the entrepreneurs and their businesses, check out our website at projectpitchit.com and follow us on social media.